Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for the past 10 years or so, जब से मैं गाने डाल रही हूँ YouTube पर, Instagram पर, a lot of people have asked me this one question excessively, और वो ये question है कि मैं अपने गानों पर copyright strike कैसे evade करती हूँ. And honestly, I've been putting off making this video for a very long time because इसका answer simple नहीं है, and ये काफ़ी multifactorial है, and there are a lot of things that play a part in this. But today we are going to dive deep into this because it is very important for people to understand and not necessarily be afraid of it. I'm telling you this based off of completely my experience और मैंने क्या सीखा है अभी तक YouTube पर over the past 10 years and मैं क्या करती हूँ for uploading YouTube videos, covers, जो भी मैं डालती हूँ मैं कैसे डालती हूँ and what is the basic orientation into this field. So first we need to understand कि जब आप कोई वीडियो डालते हैं तो क्या होता है, what happens when you're actually uploading a video. So आपका जो वीडियो है that will be scanned against the huge database of information which YouTube has, जिसमें सारे published artists के songs, music, registered music, labels के songs सब कुछ stored है. अगर there is a similarity that is detected between your video and the actual music video, then YouTube has this chance to send a notification to the record label. Now when it sends a notification to the record label, the label has an opportunity to basically decide कि उस वीडियो के साथ क्या करना है, आपके वीडियो के साथ क्या करना है. तो या तो they'll do nothing, either they'll monetize it and you'll have a shared revenue feature going on for that one particular video. इसका मतलब है कि आपको आधा पैसा मिलेगा और लेबल को आधा पैसा मिलेगा. एंड इस कंडीशन में योर वीडियो इज नॉट रिस्ट्रिक्टेड, दैट्स जस्ट शेयरिंग ऑफ रेवेन्यू. एक कंडीशन हो सकता है व्हेन देयर इज शेयरिंग ऑफ रेवेन्यू अलॉन्ग विद कंप्लीट डीमोनेटाइजेशन एंड देयर कुड ऑल्सो बी रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑफ दैट वीडियो बीइंग प्लेड इन सम पार्ट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. एंड फोर्थ हो सकता है कि वो कंप्लीटली वीडियो टेक डाउन करते हैं. तो मोस्टली जो लेबल्स होते हैं दे चूज ऑप्शन नंबर 2 वेर इन दे आर जस्ट शेयरिंग द रेवेन्यू and your video is going to be visible to everyone. They're just sharing the revenue. That mostly happens. So when this happens, it's called a content ID claim. It's not a strike. These 4 things are content ID claims basically. So इनमें से कुछ भी हुआ तो your video is going to be shown to people but you're not going to be earning all of the money from it. Your channel is safe. There is no problem with your channel also after that. But अगर there is a copyright strike that you get against your video, that means that your channel is in danger if you get 3 strikes in total. So basically there's a difference between a content ID claim and a copyright strike. A content ID claim does not matter too much to your channel. It's just that the revenue is going to be shared or you get no revenue at all. But if you get 3 copyright strikes overall, your channel could be completely taken down from the internet. So that is the difference between a content ID claim and a copyright strike. So now that you know what happens when you're actually uploading a video, now I'd like to tell you what's my approach to it when I'm uploading any cover song on YouTube. जब मैं कोई भी गाना डालती हूँ जो सोनी म्यूजिक का है, टी सीरीज का है, जी म्यूजिक कंपनी का, बेसिकली ऑल दीज बिग लेबल्स दैट वी ऑल नो ऑफ, आई नो दैट इज गोइंग टू गेट कॉपीराइट विद इन सेकंड्स. लाइक इवन बिफोर आई एम अपलोडिंग अ सॉन्ग मोस्टली इट गेट्स अ कॉपीराइट क्लेम. सो आई नो दैट इट इज गोइंग टू गेट अ कॉपीराइट क्लेम. आई एम अवेयर ऑफ दैट. And as I just explained in the previous segment, a content ID claim and a copyright strike is very different. So if I'm getting a content ID claim, my channel does not get hindered. It's not inhibited. The video is going to stay up online. I am not going to earn the revenue out of the video, but people are going to be able to see the video. So I just don't care about it at this point now that I've been uploading songs since a very long time. I like singing and I know that I like recording songs. I just upload music. There are people who love my voice. I'm very, very grateful for the amount of following that I have. मैं बस डाल देती हूँ गाने. I don't worry about it. Now when we talk about the songs which are like basically अगर कोई classical गाना है या ghazals है या folk songs, Sufi songs which are in the public domain, basically their repertoire is in the public domain. They are not owned by a label per se. जब आप वो गाने डालते हैं तो that is not owned by a label because of which nobody can give you a copyright claim on that. And it is going to be completely your own creation because a lot of people have revisited that song in different ways. That thumri, that ghazal, that classical rag, bandish, whatever. A lot of people have revisited it. So you are not going to get a copyright strike over it. Rather, it's going to stay your own creation. So you don't get a copyright strike over those kind of videos mostly. What I could have done in this condition is insert gaps, or basically change the audio, so or sort of change the way it is sounding. It should not sound like the original song that you're listening in the movies, but it just does not sound genuine enough. I have resorted to the fact that this is how the world of music business works and this is how the licensing system works. So I just work my way around it. I don't try to trick the system, rather I'd say. So अब आपके दिमाग में एक और क्वेश्चन आ सकता है कि can I get a license for uploading cover songs? And इसका आंसर is not straightforward. The answer varies depending upon where you actually hail from. अगर आप यूएस से हैं तो यूएस में you have to sign royalty agreements and you can get an official license and everything to upload a cover song. That is the way it works in America. But in India, there is an Indian Performing Rights Society wherein you can actually formally get a license for a cover song. But honestly, getting a cover song license wherein you have to pay a certain amount for uploading a basic song on YouTube, and that too for every other video, just makes it sound extremely cumbersome, very tedious, and nobody would want to do it. Therefore, nobody does it. And also, there are platforms like DistroKid. These are basically song distributing platforms wherein you can upload your songs on these platforms, and then you will be able to upload that one particular cover or your original on Spotify, on Apple Music, on Prime Music, basically all of these streaming services. So if you're uploading a cover song through DistroKid, you have to give them a certain amount of money because it's not your own song, but you can definitely upload it in the end. But a lot of people in India don't do it because it just does not sound convenient enough. It is a long process, and it's not even fruitful for a lot of people in the end, I'd say. So basically the thing is at the end that if you are uploading a song on YouTube, a cover song by somebody else, you're not doing something illegal. Rather, YouTube ne aise agreement sign kare hai with all these labels that allow a lot of artists and creators to reproduce that song again in their own version. So that is a right that is available. So you're not doing something illegal by covering a song, honestly. So there are some things that you should be worried about also. That, for example, if you're using a karaoke track which sounds exactly like the original track, for example, if you've used AI to remove the vocals from a particular track, and then you are directly uploading that song through that karaoke in your voice, that will sound exactly like the original song because you're using their music. So that could lead to a stronger claim. It could also lead to a strike sort of, and it could take your video down. Also, second cheese, there are a lot of small creators and artists who respectfully ask you to take your video down. If they ask you to do that, you should respect the decision because you don't want to dispute in bad faith unless you know that your claim is completely wrong. You don't want to do that. If you've been asked to take a video down, you take it down. So mostly, if you are uploading songs, if you don't care about monetization, if you don't care about the kind of revenue you're earning from YouTube, your music covers, then you just upload them. Nahi to agar if you're worried about revenues, then you should upload traditional ragas, ghazals, या बंदिश या ठुमरी या फोक सॉन्ग्स, बेसिकली वो सब चीज़ें जो एक पब्लिक डोमेन के रेpertoire में है एंड जो किसी लेबल के अंडर रजिस्टर्ड नहीं है, that can help you evade the copyright strikes or claims. So I hope that I was able to clear all your doubts with respect to what a content ID claim is, what a copyright strike is, and if you have any more specific questions with respect to this or anything, or you want me to sing a particular song, kuch bhi, just write down in the comments down below. I will respond to that as soon as possible, as much as possible, however possible. And if this was helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear this and not be afraid of the copyrights anymore, ताकि वो गाने डालना शुरू करे YouTube पर. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope this video was very helpful. I will see you in my next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.